Phala Phala this Phala Phala that. Ngiyabona kungani bengithi mina we must have this series to educate each other about what is government and how it looks like and how it works. My name is Zanelo Mnguni. We are busy with the public service unpacked, but this is a bonus episode specifically to deal with the Phala Phala issue. I know it's everywhere on the news and people are asking, Zanelo, like, why does it look like a constitutional court is contradicting parliament? Are they not part of government? Are they not supposed to be having the same voice and saying the same thing? No. So the other week we spoke about the three spheres of government, and that is the machinery, the actual system of government. That is the public administration part of it, the national, provincial, and the local government. That's what keeps, that's public administration. That's how service delivery gets to you, services get to you. Now, what you are seeing is another part of government which is not called spheres, but these are the three branches of government. So the three branches are the executive. The executive is the president with his cabinet. The cabinet comprises the ministers. So the president and the ministers, we also call them the political leadership of the country. Their job mainly is to represent the country politically. That's why we send them on these international things to go speak on behalf of government and, so on and so forth. They represent us politically. They are our leaders. And then they set the direction of a policy of where we want to go. Remember, in the previous episode, I was talking about how the president will go and announce at the SONA what we want to do, the intention of government. That is what their job is as the executive, right? They also make big major policy decisions. They set direction, give policy, make policy decisions, and so on and so forth. That's what the executive does. They don't run the day-to-day government. That's done at public administration level. That is the DG and officials. And then the second leg of the three branches of government is the legislature. That is parliament made up of two houses. We have the NCOP and the NA, the National Assembly. National Assembly, we will talk about parliament some other time, but the National Assembly is what you see most of the time where Abu Julias are debating and so on and so forth. That's what national parliament is. National Assembly. So it's the second leg, which is the legislature. Their job is to, approve budgets, before citizens as government, they must approve that budget. Before Ukotongwane can come and say, we are allocating this money for ABC, they must have approved it, and they pass laws. The laws of the country are passed there. And I think one of the key responsibilities of parliament is to play an oversight role over government. So they look at how government as a system functions, whether it is still on track, whether we are achieving what we are supposed to be achieving. People are different political parties representing their constituencies, and then that's what they do. And then the third part of the three branches is the judiciary. These are the courts, including the constitutional court. And their job is not to manage government. Their job is not to side with any political party. They just look at the decision. They look at the decision that has been made or an activity that is happening and just say, is this complying with the constitution? Is it lawful? That's all they do. Their job is to just say, is it lawful? So what you are seeing with the Phala Phala case that has resurfaced after a couple of years since it was buried in 2022, what happened was that, there was an earlier story about Phala Phala, and then there was an independent panel that was appointed, which then came with a report. And their report indicated that the president there was a prima facie evidence that the president may have violated his oath of office. Then they take this report and give it to Parliament. Parliament was supposed to then institute their own or start their own internal processes to investigate or probe further, give the president an opportunity to come answer, and also maybe call other people, and also maybe start the impeachment process. But they didn't do that. That was blocked instead. Someone was saying it was blocked, so they decided no, that's not going to happen, and then they put it on the side. But while Parliament was putting it on the side and saying, okay, this will not go any further than this, the Constitutional Court was also doing its part of the job. They were looking at the decision that has been made by Parliament and whether it is constitutional, looking at whatever areas that they look at, the legal people will advise. So they looked at it and said, no, but Parliament, you are wrong. This is unlawful. You can't say you are not doing anything about this report. You are actually supposed to be doing something about it. So we are sending back the report to you to reopen the matter and deal with it. You are supposed to start with your investigation. So the speaker then announced last week that they will start with their own impeachment investigation process. That was started, but then the president called us into a family meeting, and then he said he's acknowledging that the Constitutional Court said what it said, but he wants to take that decision on review. What that means then is that while Parliament wants to start with their impeachment process, they have to wait until the review process is done. The president is taking the decision for review. That part will be done first before whatever outcome we get there will then guide what the next steps are for Parliament. That's why the series is so important. That's why it is very important that we have a series le ngifuna singadideki sikwazi ukuthi silandele indaba zase-South Africa and what is happening around government. That way singezwa ngokuthi si-understand ukuthi it's not fights, it's not competition, it's not government contradicting itself, it is government in action. Actually, this is beautiful to watch because we are seeing all legs of government doing their part, and without being influenced by the other, or bangathathi any side of the story without doing their own due diligence. So that's what we are seeing now. I mean, I love it. I love it because this is what the democratic a democratic government looks like. It's a beautiful a play out in the public that is happening now. So ngithi fundani ni understand this is how government works. Singadideki, walk with us. Walk with us. Let's walk together and understand. This is a bonus episode. It was not meant to be done because but I want you to know and understand what's happening, because I think I got a question from a person who was saying, why does it look like government ayizazi ukuthi yenzani government? So there's 3 spheres of government, which talks to the actual system of government, and then there's 3 branches of government, which is how it deals with how power and accountability is structured at the national level. Power and accountability structures, those ones: executive, legislature, and the judiciary. I hope this assisted. It was so short.